All right, good evening to you. It's a lovely Friday, actually a rainy Friday, and we are back on your screens with the most interactive and in-depth sports analysis show here on Pan-African TV. My name is Eve Edwards, and welcome to Sports Time. Now, today we are looking at the chances of Aduana Stars as they face Raja Casablanca in the CAF Confederation Cup. Remember, they lost to ASEC Mimosa, so we'll be looking at their chances. They'll be playing Raja on Wednesday. And also the final week of the EPL is on Sunday, and there is a battle of top four. We have Liverpool and Chelsea fighting to play the top four as well. And then we'll be previewing the Europa League final match between Atletico Madrid and Marseille. This and many more will be coming your way. Now let's go for the news. I'll be back.
Thank you very much for staying with us. This is Sports Time on Pan-African Television. My name is Michael Mchibosiako, bringing you up to speed update with all the things that are happening in the world of sport. And we'll begin with our feature for today. Now, our feature for today, we're talking about a team that is led by the most dangerous duo in attacking or in football now. The attacking team, or the team's attacking side is very, very sharp. We're talking about a team that is led by the likes of Mo Salah, that is led by the likes of Sadio Mane and Firmino. We're talking about Liverpool. Let's look at how they have come along as they've been able to get to the Champions League final, playing against another team that will show you much about them next week. Let's see much about Liverpool.
It is a professional football club in Liverpool, England, and was founded on June 3rd, 1892, 125 years ago, and has long-standing rivalries with Manchester United and Everton. The club was founded following a rent dispute between Everton Football Club and its president, John Howden, who owned the club's ground, which has 54,074 capacity. The disagreement led to Everton moving to Goodson Park, which left Howden with an empty stadium. Thus, he founded Liverpool. The club joined Lancashire League and was accepted into the Football League Second Division for the 1893-94 season after winning the league title in their first season, and was later promoted to the First Division. The club was relegated to the Second Division in 1953 to 1954 season and was promoted back into the First Division in 1962 after Bill Shankly and the boot room members Joe Fagan, Reuben Bennett and Bob Paisley reshaped the team. The team changed from red shirts and white shorts to all red home strip in 1964, which have been used ever since. Liverpool is one of the best supported clubs in Europe, and the fans refer to themselves as Scopites. The club's anthem, "You Will Never Walk Alone," has been sung since 1960s and has gained popularity around the world. The club was involved in two stadium disasters which led to the ban of English clubs from European competitions for 5 years, with Liverpool banned for an additional 1 year, preventing the club from participating in the 1990-91 European Cup. The club, which was sold to Fenway Sports Group on 15th October 2010 for €3 million, was ranked 6th among valuable football team in the world in 2013. 45 players have been club captains since its establishment, with Andrew Hannan becoming the first captain of the club and Bob Paisley the most successful manager in the history of the club with 21 trophies. Among notable players in the club history includes Kenny Dalglish, John Barnes, Kevin Keegan, Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez, and current manager Jurgen Klopp. The club has won 5 European Cups, 3 UEFA Cups, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 18 league titles, 7 FA Cups, 8 League Cups, and 15 FA Community Shields.
Wow, you will never walk alone indeed. It's going to be a groundbreaking final at Kiev as Liverpool, the rest, take on the Galacticos Real Madrid. Let's move on to other issues that are making headlines in the world of sports, and let's look at a coach who came into the English Premier League and is making all the records. Now, Guardiola. Now we're looking at Guardiola makes history in England. The story says Josep Guardiola is the first Spaniard to win a league championship in England, guiding Manchester City to their 4th crown after previous successes in 1968, 2012 and 2014.
Guardiola, who previously managed both Barcelona and Bayern Munich in a trophy-laden career, succeeded Manuel Pellegrini and steered the citizens to their 4th league title. This historic, enviable and memorable feat is the first to be accomplished by a Spaniard. Guardiola bettered the record of compatriots Rafael Benitez and Roberto Martinez, who steered their clubs to FA Cup triumphs.
Yes, so that is the man we're talking to you about. That is Pep Guardiola, as many of us call him. Now let's move on to a man who is also touted as his rival. We're talking about Jose Mourinho. Mourinho will become the first non-English manager to win the FA Cup with 2 different teams should Manchester United defeat Chelsea in the 2018 FA Cup final. Let's get much of that information.
Jose Mourinho, who steered Chelsea to the title in 2007, is one of the Premier League's decorated managers, having also won the Carabao Cup with 2 different teams. A win for Manchester United will make Mourinho the 3rd manager to taste success in the competition with different sides after Billy Walker and Herbert Chapman.
So that is Jose Mourinho for you there, a wonderful coach by all standards, and we're glad to have him to see him in the world of football. Now this is where we bring an end to the world of sports or news in the world of sports. My name is Michael Enchibo. Let's switch over to Delali Frank to give you what is happening as far as the laws of the games is concerned. Let's switch over to Delali Frank.
It is always an honor to have you glued to your TV set watching Pan African TV News. My name, as usual, is Delali Frank Awote. So we've done World Cups diary, but we started with laws of the game. Yes, we are going back to laws of the, because when you go into the World Cup, definitely we are going to use the laws to play. So we are doing laws of the game, but we are doing something special. The 2019-2018 laws of the game, or the rules, are coming out. It starts from 1st June, and there have been some great changes that bet you, if you don't know, you are not told, you might not know. As sports time, and as we've always been doing it, today we've taken it upon ourselves to let you know some of the changes. Good. So today we are starting with one. The particular one, we are doing the Law 3, the changes in Law 3. And there's a particular change in Law 3 that is so surprising. Most of the times, we all know that when it comes to players and substitution, you can only do 3 changes. Yes, but this particular law says something. Let's do. It says additional substitution. Good. It says the 2-year experiment with a 4th substitute being available in matches with extra time has been successful, regardless of maximum number of substitutes allowed during normal matches. This change gives competition organizers the authority to permit each team to use 1 additional substitute during extra time. You get it? So now there's no need of rushing. Most of the times when we are playing matches which involves extra time and we exhaust the 3 changes, we are rushing. Charlie, let's change so that extra time you can make changes. But this law, starting from 1st June, take note of that, so that when you see it in football or your opponent knows and uses against you, don't say that the referee has taken bribe. You get it? Good. This is what the law says. The law says that regardless of the time or the changes made or the substitution made, the law gives competition organizers, that is organizers of World Cup, that is FIFA, organizers of Ghana Premier League, that is GFA, gives competition organizers the chance to add 1 additional substitute, which means that now when we are playing a match and we are going to the extra time, every club or every team is allowed to make 1 change. That is the new law, or the new changes in the laws of the game. Next week we're going to continue with the changes, but take note of that. Today's changes is that you can brag with friends, you can tell friends, your football fans, Charlie, you know that you didn't change the laws. The new changes is that you can add one substitute when it's time for extra time. Take note, this particular law starts from 1st June. It starts from 1st June. Let's go over again. It says that the 2-year experiment, good. After 2 years experiment, there have been 4 substitutes. It says, regardless of the maximum number of substitutes allowed during a match, this change gives competition organizers the chance and the authority to permit each team to use one additional substitute during extra time. So now during extra time, coaches and team members and players are allowed to make a single change. This has been what we discussed today, but take note, there has been a lot of changes that will surprise you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of changes that is going to surprise you, but let me stop here because of time. Next week we're going to continue. My name, as usual, is Delali Frank Awute, and this has been Know Your Laws segment. Let's go back to Abe. Abe, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you not happy? I'm very happy, excited for this particular edition. Because of this particular edition. Because most of the times when you're watching matches, coaches are in a haste to make changes before you go to extra time, because the goalkeeper who can save and the rest are not. But now he says you can add additional, you can make changes in extra time. Although even if you have exhausted, do you get it? Even though you have exhausted your 3 permitted substitutes, you can add 1 to it, making it 4.
Right.
Yes,
which it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, but before you, I know you are a Chelsea fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Blue is the color, football is the game.
Do you think you guys are going to play the top 4?
Charlie, if you say think, when I become realistic, it's not easy. Because you can't be in your home and pray that someone will lose. That thing, it doesn't work. You get it?
But you love your team.
Yes, if I'm being realistic, Charlie. But this one I'm begging Liverpool fans. You got Liverpool and Casa. They should lose. See, we are going to play Champions League. We've been betting for you guys to win. Go and win the Champions League and qualify automatically and let us qualify to 4th position. This one to is it anything?
Like seriously?
Is it anything that we are asking from them? No, something small.
So they should lose for Chelsea to qualify.
No, they should go and win their Champions League and qualify automatically. They should concentrate on that. But it's not easy. It's just we are hoping, Chelsea fans, we are hoping that Liverpool will lose, which is not something. How can you hope that somebody will lose? See, that's what I don't want to buy. How can you hope that but I don't know why we should draw our last match. Sometimes.
Michael, what do you think about the new rule? The new substitution?
I think that football is growing, and there are things that has to come in order to make the game much more better. You know, exactly. Some of the things that are coming are trying impeding the progress of the game. For instance, the VRA. But look at some matches. You know, calls for it. Looking at the Champions League final between the semi-final between Juventus and Real Madrid. You know, the time that Michael Oliver took the call for that penalty, if it should be the VRE, something should have been done about it. So I think that more substitution into the game, it wouldn't be the remedy, but at least it would help. Players that get exhausted will get a chance to, you know, be substituted as the game goes on.
It's going to help coaches because you could see that most of the times we find it so difficult and problematic. If we are getting to the extra time, coaches start, we have to change because you need to do that. But now they realize that there's changes, and mind you, football is for people. We are playing to enjoy, and if the people are playing are not feeling comfortable, there should be changes to help us, and that is why Know Your Laws is here.
Thank you guys for your segment. Now we'll be back with a discussion segment. Stick and stay.
Russian energy drink.
Life is really simple when you purchase from MelcomOnline.com. Under my supervision, even my young boy can make orders from Melcom Online. With Melcom Online, you can order televisions, IT, mobiles, audio and musical equipment, power solutions, kitchenware, furniture, and many other items. Make secure payments with a credit card or debit card, any mobile money wallet, or simply pay cash on delivery. Choose the convenience of ordering anytime and anywhere with a valid ID for pickup from the nearest Melcom branch, or have orders delivered to any address within Accra. Thank goodness for maturity. Melcom Online. Shop simple, shop secure.
Memo wako abadeba O2 TV. And yet yes ya bontin ebusa living bit responsive. Dimechi. Eja mechia. Pacho winim said way.
Demedria, living bitters. Nemu hum fam. Ino bi trem. Munumi me ya huasin.
Hello my lady. Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
Do you know anything about this product?
Scratchy fair, drawing mummy Najinako. No one can't catch them. Living bitters, Cedro Papa. And what's in a walk room? Maybe to a cotton. Gratitude and Channel can live in bitters as 25 years near a living bitters walk room. Me say a man what day a year living bitters. Bitters for the living.
Living bitters in your mapping for. Wow, woman colano for and Nicola when in fear domain. Capital O2, your shops, our Kanshi, Bubuashi, Dansuman, Bantamakumasi, and Akofordia. Fre 0270 988 299.
Welcome back from that commercial break. You're still watching the most interactive and in-depth sports analysis show here on Pan-African TV. Now, let's start with Aduana Stars, but don't forget to get interactive with us. You can follow us on Facebook, it's Sports Time on Pan-African TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sports Time on Pan-African TV. Instagram and Twitter is Sports Time GH. Now, last week, Aduana Stars lost to ASEC Mimosa, and this Wednesday they will be facing Raja Casablanca, who are very experienced when it comes to playing the Champions League or the Confederation Cup on the continent. Now we are looking at their chances, whether they can progress from that group. All right, now let me introduce my guest. I have Della here. You all know Frank. I have Michael is back here, and I have Sylvester. He's been here before, but I'll let him introduce himself again. Now, Michael, can you tell our viewers who you are? Sylvester, yeah, Sylvester.
Apparently, I'm a football player. I'm a professional as well, and I've played. I was a former player of Red Bull Soccer Academy back here in Ghana and then in Austria as well. I also played Bichim United, the international. I'm now with Fire Rangers. I'm training with Fire Rangers at the moment. That is the club. That is for Asamoah and then his manager Samini Nim, and then Nanaya Aponsa. That is the CEO of the club. So I'm injured at the moment, so I'm just home, just trying to get things in shape and then go back to camp. And Raquel, I'm training with my former club, that is Great Corinthians, and it's been a great pleasure being on Pan African TV and on sports time as well.
Yeah, welcome once again.
Thank
Good to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
Good to have you here. Now let's start with Aduana Stars. I actually watched their match and I wasn't that impressed. But this time they are playing home. Now, Michael, let me start with you. How do you see their chances, especially facing Raja Casablanca?
Yeah. Anyway, good evening to our viewers once again, and I think that Aduana Stars in his quest to get to the Champions League proper, and he been knocked out from getting to the group stage and happening to go to the Confederation Cup. I think that they are trying to, bring back the morale that we've lost over the years. They are trying their very best. It took a goal, that single goal from Ahmed Toure, to separate Asec Mimosa just in Cote d'Ivoire as compared to Aduana Stars. I think that you were saying you were disappointed. I think that they tried to do their possible, tried to give their possible best, but their best was not that enough. It's so sad that they had to play and lost to just the goal. That goal was really a heartbreaking one by Ahmed Toure, the former player of Asante Kotoko. So I think that we're praying that going into the game against Raja Casablanca, although they come with the name is there, Raja Casablanca, who is Aduana Stars, but in terms of African football, but we trust our boys that they'll be able to go into the competition or Wednesday and go and bring back victory, bring home victory.
They're actually playing home.
They are playing them, yes. So playing at Doma would be able to bring victory or get victory for Ghana in terms of the African games that is going on, or the games that is going on. I think that when you look at the order of the table, I think that the first match, Raja and Vita Club played 1-1. They drew. And that is what Asec Mimosa was able to win against Aduana Stars. So Asec is first on the league table and on the group table, and followed by Vita Club, followed by Raja Casablanca, with our own Aduana Stars carrying them. But I think this is the beginning. They are going to play home and away, so it is too early to call. I believe that Aduana Stars will be able to marshal the team or get their forces back on track and go into the game and win. Playing at your home, if you are not able to win at your home, that means there isn't any hope. But since they've been able to go far away Cote d'Ivoire or just Cote d'Ivoire around us and get lose but by a marginal 1 goal difference, we expect that going into the game at Doma, they'll be able to take their chances. That is where I always have problems. Our strikers are not that productive enough. Whenever they get the chances, one-on-one chances, they squander all, and later they try as when the opponents start scoring in the goals, then it becomes an issue. So we want to see them go into the game with, I think Nathana Samoa is with them, if I'm very right, and looking at the couple of players that they are having there and the kind of the investment that has been made into the team, we expect them, the king of Doma, Nana Jimambedu, the kind of investment that he has done, he has committed into the team. I think that the players can never do anything but to give him, to show appreciation in the form of winning at Doma. If you are not able to go away and win, get your home matches won. And I think that is what will push send you to that stage, or to the next stage of the competition. So I predict that Aduana Stars, it shouldn't be, the worst should be a draw. The worst should be a draw. The worst should be a draw for Aduana Stars going into the game against Raja Casablanca.
Sylvester, were you impressed with their first match against Asec? Then we'll come into their match against Raja.
Okay. Apparently, I've gotten the opportunity to play against Asec Mimosa before when I was in Red Bull. I had the opportunity to travel with my senior team to Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Abidjan to play that game. I don't actually know their current squad as of now, but then they're a better side and they play that academic system of football, you understand? So when you don't have a technical coach or a coach who is kind of foreseeing everything he does in the game and off the pitch as well, they will always outplay you, because Asec is really a terrible team. And then when they see a weakness in the game, they'll punish you from that aspect, and I think that is what they did. But coming home to Aduana, that is Raja Casablanca coming here, they are in the same group with Vito Club. Vito Club. They're also a good side as well. Coming home to Aduana in Doma, I think they can do better, because they have the chances. They are overwhelmed with the crowd also with the support of Ghanaians and everybody as well. Understand? So I think everything they didn't do right way back in Abidjan could be done better here, and they can get a win, because they need to get a win just to be up there, because when they get a win, it's a real boost for them, and it's a must, so they really need it.
You know, playing these Moroccans is quite dicey.
Especially
for people from
their kind of play is very, very quick and smart. They play that kind of European system because they have good pitches. Their facilities are all on point and stuff. So when you have to play them, it should be strategized, you get me? And then secondly, everything you do must really be in shape, and what the coach has told you to do, and then a little bit of what you know can be fused in to spice it up, you get me? So I think they're professionals. They know what to do, and then they know what to do to make the country and then themselves proud as well. You understand?
Frank, a quick one.
Right. I think the first thing, the basics we should all do, or Aduana should get, is that psychologically we were trying to go for the Champions League proper, and we failed. The first thing they should get into their mind is forget about the lost or how they lost, and concentrate on their current stage. That is the first thing they should get in mind. And I think that is the main reason why psychologically they lost. Because, okay, there's a little disappointment. And now we are playing in another tournament and we are meeting another tournament. So is that the first thing they should get in mind, that, okay, we are playing another tournament and we need to concentrate and let's forget about what happened. Good. And let's come to the subsequent issue. I think 1-0 is bad, but it's not that bad, because you can't travel to someone's home and basically not get a goal or anything like that. You get me? So the first thing they should do, as I'm thinking, is that 1-0 isn't that bad as we are looking, because just as we are planning to beat Casablanca, you travel outside and they beat you. So 1-0 is good. It's good that they didn't lose with higher margin. That's so important and so good. Let's take that they lost like 3-0. That's too bad. But 1-0 is enough. At least they come here and we score them 2, we are good to go. We are playing home now. The most important thing is fans of Doma should come in their numbers.
I was going to come to that.
They should come in their numbers, come and intimidate them. You can't go to Liverpool and win. Come and intimidate them.
When you go to that Dortmund and you are playing, and the kind of, I'm told that it's like they're throwing stones on you. The kind of noise.
You should come and intimidate them.
When you go to Europe and you're playing against their club, the atmosphere in the stadium alone is massive. I tell you, because if you're not a player that has a tough mentality, trust me, you can be there. You know how to play the game very, very well. You're so good, but when you give you a pass, you stumble, you fumble, you don't know what to even do. You understand? It takes players to who has been there before to be there. That is why
emotional toughness.
That is why, let's say, with the national under-20, the youth teams and stuff, we kind of, the coaches kind of going for players that are more like we, because let's say when I'm being called for the national under-20, which I was in the graphic sports that I was about to be called now, so when I'm called for the national under-20, I have a tough mentality already, because already I've been there before. I've played in
many experience.
Yes, I've played in Gotiak tournaments, and then in Sweden, and then in Pepsi tournaments in Turkey as well, with great clubs like Benfica and stuff. So you wouldn't go to a game and watch a white man's boots or an opponent's white man's boots. That is what. So
I remember when Ghana played in the World Cup, there was this controversy that they were looking at Ronaldo's boots. I don't want to mention it anyway.
But it takes players like us to be there, because if you're playing against a big club or a big country, like let's say if you're playing for the Champions League, I'm playing for maybe Arsenal, and I'm playing against Barcelona, and then the king of football is in Messi, Lionel Messi. Trust me, because I've been there before, I know the cohesion between me. I know the chemistry between me and Messi is just there. It's like Michael Essien playing against Messi. Which he is my godfather in football. Michael Essien, he is so good. You understand? So I look up to him.
So what is the kind of what is happening to Essien now?
Yeah, he's with an Indonesian club.
Indonesian club.
So Charlie, I think there was a news on him. We did a news on him.
Yeah. So let's come back to. I think the fans should come in their, as Sylvester is saying, they should come in their numbers, try their possible best, at least to intimidate them and get a win.
That's
Win by higher margin.
That's all.
Don't win by
Diplomatic
1-0.
intimidation.
No. Like 5, 6, 7. It's possible. Score like any amount of goals that Ghanaian strikers like wasting chances. We should stop that. The little chance you get, create them and score. That's so important because you are playing home. The best you can do is to win.
Yeah.
And win in proper margin.
Exactly. Because let me come back to this. When Aduana played against ASEC, they were punished by the almighty Ahmed Toure, who was my senior and then my teammate in Bicham United way back. You understand? I was in the same room with him, and he's a great professional. He has a tough mentality. When you give him the least chance, he punishes you. So, and I was really shocked with the centre backs of Aduana Stars, because they were also professionals as well. I know them personally, and then I know one midfielder there who is Emmanuel Boateng, who played for Wafa. Yeah, he was my teammate before. We played together a couple of times. So he's been there before. You know, they have quality in their squad for them to go through the mess they went through in Abidjan. I was really disappointed in them.
No, Raja, very quick one. Raja is in Morocco.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at a country that is, contesting to host the World Cup against playing against a team that playing against a country that even in a experience
playing the African continent as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah, so
And it's always difficult for us to play the North Africans, especially even if we are playing very well.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
So the best you can do is at your home, at your backyard. Take advantage of the fact that because I have a lecturer who says that if you are handsome than me, I'm also greater than you. So if you have a good pack, if you have a very good pack, that you leverage on it. I also leverage on that bad pack that I've been playing for ages and score you there. So, but you don't go to Morocco and expect to get a favorable score line. No.
Secondly, I think the most advantage Aduana has on that day is. On that fateful day is the atmosphere, because we are used
on the home fans.
So we are used, and secondly we are used to the condition, the weather condition, playing under the sun and stuff. They are not used to them.
Yeah,
they are not used to the stuff, you understand? So we're going to score them,
and sometimes
then we need to take the advantage.
You know the return leg is actually what I'm looking forward to, because anytime we visit those countries, there is this kind of controversies.
That is why when you're playing home, you need to punish them very massively here.
Advantage.
That is it. So when you go there, it's part of the game. When you go there, you understand. You just play a very wide system of football, and then you get probably a draw there, and you come home. That's all. That's
right. Now, quick one, scoreline. Then we move on to our next.
I want them to win with a higher margin. If you tell me to predict, I can predict like 5. They should try their best to beat them as many as possible. If not, when you go there, don't expect to win. See, that's what we should get at our backyard. Football has become more political.
Sure.
If we are playing, I'm playing home. Anything that I will do, sometimes they give you to. I think I've forgotten this Champions League or something like, or the Europa League. They went to the other club was giving a hotel. They went here and they said there's insects there, or the place that so they should move from that current hotel. So
those are emotional intimidations.
Yeah, exactly.
They will do that to you.
They should come.
Ghanaians,
let's come and play the drums and confuse them. Let's come and support
Aduana.
Play drums. I mean, fans and things. Let's make noise.
You scare them.
You scare them and you win.
Okay. Quick one. So what's your prediction?
I think Aduana should carry the day with a 2-1 or 2-0 that margin. I think so.
Michael.
I research probably a 3-1. I see Raja having a goal. Adoma. So probably I research a 3-1 win for Aduana Stars.
All right. So you can also send in your comments. We'll open the phone lines, but not now. You can send in your comments. Wish Aduana Stars all the luck you have, and then pray for them as well. Now quickly, let's move on. You can get interactive with us. Okay, follow us on Facebook, it's Sports Time on Pan African TV, Instagram and Twitter, it's Sports Time GH, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sports Time on Pan African TV. We have a lot of videos there. You can watch. You can actually watch and then learn something from it. Now let's quickly move on to the EPL final week. The EPL is ending this Sunday, and we have, some dicey dicey upcoming matches coming up. Chelsea can't qualify, all depending on Liverpool losing. Yes. So now let's just I pray. I know Liverpool fans. I have some Chelsea fans here, and then come on. Now let me start with you. What are the chances of Chelsea qualifying?
You see, chances. Let's be realistic to ourselves. I'm not of the school of thought that you pray that someone loses. Your fate depends on someone's failure. How? That's the first thing that I think. So let's take it that Chelsea plays or they win. Liverpool plays or they win. You hear me?
Yeah.
You should, whatever you are doing, do your homework well and let your future belongs to you. Don't let your future depend on someone's failure.
Exactly.
But being a Chelsea fan, and this is just a simple plea that Liverpool, you are playing the Champions League finals. Chelsea will supported you. England.
What is the guarantee here?
That
is why I will not side with you. What is the guarantee here that Liverpool will win the Champions League? You are playing against an autonomous Real Madrid.
So they should concentrate, Liverpool, concentrate on the Champions League finals and beat Real Madrid. See, when you beat Real Madrid, you qualify straight to the World Champions League and lose, just lose. We are begging you lose so that Chelsea qualify.
I don't think Liverpool fans will be happy.
I'm telling them so that they do.
How can you win the Champions League and then you are not even in the top 4?
But it's this one we are doing it. There's something in Ghana that we say Asante Manko. So for us we win there, as go should win. Yeah, because us we win. You see, so this one England. Chelsea can't. Oh no, we can't go and play Europa League like Arsenal. No, we are not Arsenal. No, never.
You are not Arsenal.
No.
Remember, Adam is.
We are not Arsenal. Europa League is for Arsenal. We know that it's for Arsenal. But we see Champions League for the champions. Liverpool, you know that Chelsea will be with you. When the guys are not coming to
you know that
we're not playing World Cup, we're with you. Now that you guys can't do us like. But
so you are expecting them to do you guys a favor?
This one is a favor that I'm not. No. Those that are thinking that Chelsea, Liverpool should lose me, I don't think like that. I don't build my future on someone's failure. We should have done our best. If we don't qualify, it's our fault. Or because we had our chances. How should we lose whilst Liverpool won? How can we play draw while Liverpool lost? It's something that is so sad.
We should have.
Exactly, we should have buried that game. I don't know why they went ahead to go and draw, and now look at we are not hoping that they will lose again. It's Liverpool, they will come and lose again. Them two, just my prayer. See, from me and you are.
What you doing?
Will definitely have a goal.
He can score his goals.
European goal king with Messi now.
The Messi.
I think he has to score about 3 goals.
Oh, he can score, but not
3 goals. At least 4 goals before he can bypass Messi. Yeah.
But not this much. You can score that goal any other day, but not this particular. This one, we need Liverpool to play shambolically. You don't need to play well. Like they can come with 7 players. The law allows you to play with 7 players.
So you're expecting
like 7 players or like that. If you come and play anyhow, so that Chelsea will. Going to play Europa is not easy. You ask Arsenal fans.
All right, Michael.
What the Lally is doing is tantamount to you being part of the people who are going to be indicted. If Anas so no, you're not going to appeal because football should be realistic. You don't have to have the key. So expect yourself in a list. That is just by the by of Anas. So going into the game, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Who plays who? Liverpool versus Chelsea.
No. They are playing separately.
No, you are looking at the 2 teams.
Yeah.
Their chances of qualifying.
I think Liverpool will play home.
Liverpool will be playing home. It's playing home. Yeah, so let's look at the 2 teams. Now, Arsenal, it's done that Arsenal cannot make it to the Champions League. Looking at how things are standing, Arsenal has 60 points. Chelsea has that of.
Forget them.
Forget them.
Then the Europa, they know that the Europa is for them.
Okay, so I want to say that Chelsea versus Chelsea going
10 points from Chelsea.
10 points from Chelsea. As now that is settled.
So definitely out.
I think that I must also congratulate Burnley, the Shondike and this men. They've been able to put up a tremendous season, and they are going into the Europa League. Nobody expected them to. We know that usually
if the Liverpool should even draw and then Chelsea should win, they need a lot of goals.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah, so coming back, so I've always known that it's always the Southamptons and the Evertons that makes to their make it to the Europa. But we've seen a certain Burnley under the auspices of Shondai coming to going to the for Europa. So we're expecting that when they go, something positive should happen. But let's come back to the top four. Where it's a done deal for City. Now United 2 is in. For Champions League, let's look at the battle now. Has to do with
Tottenham too are already there.
Tottenham is also probably there, and
they are there. No problem.
They are there already. So then,
Tottenham.
Looking at Tottenham and he's gone. So now Chelsea and Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool.
I'm actually surprised that Liverpool is fighting.
I think they paid much attention to the Champions League. And it affected.
I'm a proponent for the fact that Liverpool should go into the game not looking at the Champions League. The Champions League, you are playing against the Kukuseku of Champions League.
So you're trying to say that Liverpool you lose to Real Madrid.
Listen. We understand that. The last time they met in 1981, Liverpool won.
Let me come in. You know, there is something about Madrid when they are playing the Champions League. They have this kind of luck.
It will work on.
They have this kind of luck. Even when they are not playing well, referee crack can do something for them. We saw what happened. Bayern Munich got a clear penalty. They were denied. We saw what happened between them and Juventus. So come on.
So whatever be the case.
But that luck,
no matter.
I mean, you can be on form, but playing Madrid in the Champions League, especially in the final, is not easy.
Yes, it's not.
No matter the decrepit performance of Real Madrid, I know for sure that Real Madrid in the Champions League right now, you can't underestimate them as you already put it. But Liverpool, I'm expecting them to repeat their record they made in 1981 when they were able to win against Real Madrid in the final. So, on paper, Real Madrid is the kingpin as far as Champions League football is concerned. But we want to see a team like Liverpool, because I'm a proponent for Mo Salah to win the world best. It has been a very, how should I even put it? It has been a journey of Real Madrid. Real Madrid's Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi. It has always been.
I don't think Mo Salah can win the world.
Mo Salah can win.
Even if he wins let's see something. Maybe he guides Egypt to win the World Cup.
If he's able to send Egypt to even the quarterfinal and he wins the Champions League, it puts him ahead. And let Messi have a very poor performance at the World Cup. And I know for sure Ronaldo will not make it to even the semi-final.
Why are you saying that?
Ronaldo in Portugal, we all know.
But they play very well.
They surprise us in Europe.
Yeah, so that is where football will not work according to logic sometimes. So I expect that Liverpool will go into the game and with no chances, putting no chances to ground, and they should go into the game and win, because you don't know what you should expect. They should win. Chelsea should pay for their how do I put it, that bad performance this season. They came
Chelsea.
No. I want to be realistic enough. Chelsea Chelsea has not placed themselves in a position of a team that wants to qualify to the Champions League.
Exactly.
So it's an opportunity for them to go and learn from their lessons. But Chelsea should sit at home, play the Europa, and as they did some time ago, they were able to win and come back to the Champions League. They should go and learn their lessons again and allow a certain Liverpool, no matter what should happen, should progress.
Liverpool should go and win the Champions League and let Chelsea.
So that is my view anyway. So Liverpool, if you have anybody having club's numbers, you tell them that you shouldn't give this number or shouldn't give this match. You shouldn't take it for granted. Win the match and not take any chances in the Champions League. It is good to finish on a very good spot, and it's good for Liverpool for them to have a very competitive game and go sail through for the Champions League final and also their league that they have at hand.
Yeah. Swansea.
Sylvester.
Yeah.
Your take on Liverpool, Chelsea. Who is going? Who is playing the top one?
I just want to say Messi Wenger for a great job done in Arsenal since he took over from the club.
Then Adam should be your best friend anyway. Our director is.
I know he's an Arsenal fan, and then I'm proud he's an Arsenal fan as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Arsenal fans.
I like them. They are men. I don't think I have the heart to support us.
Oh no, you die. Don't care what Burkina.
For Liverpool and then Chelsea, I think Klopp has been amazing since from the start of the season, because he took every game one game from after the other. You understand, and he built his team around players, not only Coutinho when he was there, but even when he left. he signed Chamberlain, who made Chamberlain is a kind of player. He's not on the pitch to dribble anybody. No, he's more intelligent than that. He does runs. He doesn't do things in the game for you to see, but it takes.
I think we have a caller here. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Please, what's your name? Please, where are you calling from? Okay, you can go ahead and make your submission.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay, we can hear you. Can you please go ahead and then?
I'm really enjoying the show.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you.
You don't like number, so all you could speak about is my host outfit.
Oh, but he's still speaking. Hello, are you still there? No. I think he's off. All right.
No, the guy he didn't call because of that. Because
you are being with you can't say you like it.
Exactly.
All right, you can also call in and then make your submission as well. You're still watching Sports Time. I mean, the most interactive and in-depth sports analysis show. Now, go ahead.
Apparently, we weren't romantic when we came on.
Yeah, you are not gentlemen.
Somebody called you. I'm sure you were. I was speaking about Chamberlain, and he's a kind of player that.
I think I have another caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. We can hear you. Please, what's your name?
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm praying this week Chelsea will win and Liverpool will lose.
Really? Oh, okay. Chelsea will win and Liverpool will
lose. So I want to know the time and Ghana under 20 game.
They'll be playing on Wednesday. Yeah, they'll be playing on Wednesday. But I will give you the updates before Wednesday. Yeah, we'll give you on. Yeah. Algeria. Yes, it's a qualifier. But I will give you more updates on that. All right. Is that all? All right. I think. Thank you very much for that call.
So as I was saying, Klopp built his game and then solely not on an individual player, but a couple of players in the team or the entire body as well. So he had nothing to lose on any game, because even on their last game, that is the game, the last but one game, the game Chamberlain got hurt. I saw the look on his face when he was sad because his game plan was about to spoil. But then he got to know, say no, he had better replacements, and he didn't build his team based on one individual player. So
hello.
I think hello. Please, what's your name?
He had better replacements.
I think we lost that caller.
Ghana is playing, and the 20 is playing. Is today.
They are playing today, 5 p.m. The match has commenced, so I was actually following it. Jimmy Kobler and the guys. We will take this opportunity to wish them all the best as they go to this game.
We wish them all the best. All right, go ahead.
I think Klopp.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Please, what's your name?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Master Boom Summary.
Okay, go ahead.
The champion league this year is for Liverpool.
Okay.
So Liverpool normally kill their game in the first half. So they will kill the game in the first half against Madrid. 2-0 before halftime.
Okay.
But when they come back, Madrid will struggle, but they will not succeed.
Okay.
So you watch us. This game is for Liverpool.
Okay. But do you see Liverpool or Chelsea?
The top four, the Chelsea should rest.
Oh, okay.
Liverpool is going like that because they will score these people plenty goals.
Oh, okay.
So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So he was describing the match. I seem like he has watched it before.
Klopp in general is I'm not saying he's perfect, but then he's one of a kind. You get me? So him being there with Liverpool, he's done it with Dortmund before. Liverpool fans and the supporters, everybody, the management, the board, everybody is excited with everything he's doing.
Yeah, hello. I have another caller. Please, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Joseph, calling from Aduana Stars.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very sure that there's an Arsenal fan who is body speaking out that he's Arsenal fan.
Okay, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I'm very sure that one of the panelists is saying he's an Arsenal fan. I'm very, very surprised that in this morning someone was an Arsenal and he can boldly speak out that I'm an Arsenal fan.
He's a proud
about the Champions League finals, Liverpool, Real Madrid. It's a done deal for Liverpool. Mo Salah is going to do the magical game. It shouldn't be Steve all the time. This time, Africans are taking over. Mo Salah is going to do the magical game. The black power of Africa are taking over. They're not taking any chances this time. But there's one thing that is confusing me here. I don't know if Liverpool win the Champions League, they get automatic qualification. That means Chelsea will get the qualification if they even play safe. I want clarification on that.
So you are expecting Liverpool to lose, so Chelsea can go.
Liverpool is going to win the Champions League.
How sure are you? How sure are you?
I don't know if Chelsea plays safe.
Okay.
And then they also get qualification in the Champions League also.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I think I have a message here. Let me read this. This one says, thanks to you and your panelists for the explanatory analysis. Given this evening, I wish Aduana well in their upcoming match against FC Casablanca. 2-0 win for them. But the name of the player in your studio, he's a future star, so Ghana should take good care of him. All right, I think he's this from Perez Ofori. Wow. All right, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. We can hear you. You can go ahead.
My name is Edwin calling from UCC.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I just want to tell the Chelsea fans that they should just relax. You go to play Europa, the next season, they take the Europa and come back to the Champions League. That is all that I want to tell the Chelsea fans. But for Mo Salah, what a splendid display this season. And note this, Liverpool is going to take the Champions League. Mo Salah will take Egypt to World Cup semi-finals, and the world best will be for Mo Salah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. But I don't know why people are saying semi-final. Why not finals of the World Cup? Or do you think they can't do it?
If you are being realistic, finals is too much.
It's too much, you mean? I think, let me read this message, and then this one says, Frank, do you remember that Chelsea once denied Liverpool a league title? Stop begging. No. Wow. You didn't add your name.
Forgive. This one is forgive and forget.
Let him finish and then.
Okay, he was on the phone.
Yeah, he was still on.
So I was saying.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I have another caller. Yeah, hello. Please, your name.
Yeah, I'm Kojo calling from Takwa.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want all to listen to me carefully. There is no way they are going to qualify.
Oh, okay.
And perhaps one caller called that if Liverpool won the Champions League and also qualify for the top 4, they are going to get a player. Chelsea are going to get a consideration. That is never done.
Okay.
Because already Liverpool has qualified. Okay. So there is no automatic qualification for Chelsea.
All right.
And also good for England that we are going to get 7 spots.
Yeah.
4 for the Champions League and 2 for the Europa League qualification. And 1 will play a playoff. That the team that will, get a 7th position.
Okay.
So Burnley will go for Europa League, but they will have to go for playoff before they qualify for Europa League. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So as I was saying,
we have Europa League to discuss finally.
As I was saying, club has been amazing. He's done so well, and then you can't deny the fact that he's going to play against the legendary Zinedine Zidane again. He's been in the game for a very long time. He knows the roots, everything in the game, and credits to Mo Salah for everything, for making us proud in a way. Because even if, as I was saying, club, all the Liverpool fans, the management, everybody is really proud of him. Even if he doesn't win the Champions League, they're proud of his success. He's done so well. So actually, I'm
impressed.
You get me? He's done so well. Even if you are a manager, if you are a CEO, or if you are the bankroller for Liverpool, you always give him the second chance to run the club again.
Yeah, please, those of you calling the text and WhatsApp line, please. The call line is on your screen, so do call on that line. Now, Michael, quickly,
I was looking at the chances of many want to know the chances of Jordan Ayew and the brother.
Yeah.
Jordan Ayew and Dede Ayew as if they are going to survive, and we're looking at it. I'm trying to get the record straight. We have Swansea is 19th place and Southampton is 18th place. 36
as
points. That is 3 points difference. So the last game, Southampton will be going to Southampton will play against Man City. We're playing against a certain Man City who is not ready to give any point. He wants to get 100 points.
100 points.
100 points. So
that will be a record.
Yes.
Especially in the so-called best league in the world. I'm using so-called. Oh yeah. You know, UPL fans so-called best league in the world, and then Guardiola is coming to with 100 points. I mean,
it means the team is good.
Yeah, so I think you took the win out of myself. So I see that it's there is no hope for Jordan Ayew and Dede Ayew in the sense that even if City beats Southampton and Swansea is able to win his match, what will happen is that it will come in the sense of goal difference. That is, now we're having minus 27, minus 20, minus 27 and minus 18. Minus 27 for Swansea and minus 18 for Southampton. So even if City beats Southampton and Swansea win his match, it is still not going to be enough for them. So it is not to be a prophet of doom. The Jordan brothers sadly are going to be relegated, and we don't know what will happen.
It's so sad.
So sad. So that is what I just wanted to put
But I think I suggest that.
Please, those of you calling on the test line, please stop.
I suggest
the call line is on your screen.
I was telling entry something. I suggest that they should, if Swansea goes to relegation, they should go with them and come back.
We have I think 3 minutes to go. Quickly, let's look at the Europa finals. Marseille versus Atletico Madrid. Let me start with you. They've actually met twice. So
I think before I start, I was really sad we couldn't give Arsene Wenger a farewell with the Europa Cup. I was really sad because we had the chance to even beat them in
You
Emirates.
guys should be happy. At least you're going to get a new coach.
I understand, but
at least maybe you can win the UPL.
Arsene Wenger sign off from the club should have been amazing. Should have been something worth it. You understand? So, because he's done a lot. He did unbeaten season, and then at least going out from the club, from the Emirates. He's still an Arsenal fan as well, but going out from the Emirates, it should have been something good to push him out. You understand? Even though he's glad going out, but we think we could have done something better for him. Because I still don't get it why we could just. We had all the chances to have kicked Atletico Madrid out of this competition. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Our time is almost up.
But I think with the quality Marcel has and Payet with Lassana Diarra, a couple of good players in there. I think they're going to make it. They're going to make it because they're going to take the Europa League.
Don't forget Atletico. So they've got a
I give the credits to my senior Thomas Partey because he's been my inspiration.
He won an award at the Swag, and people are saying he doesn't deserve it.
Let me tell you, he deserves it. Thomas Partey, I know him personally. He was my senior in course, so I know what he can do. He's that kind of slow, intelligent midfielder you always have to get on any day. Let me tell you, his technique alone
is good.
So good.
All right.
I think because of
our time is almost up, and I have a lot of messages to read.
Atletico should bury the day, and
Atletico should bury the day,
and we should at least Africans should get something to celebrate of.
Exactly.
I'm rooting for Atletico because Partey. He impressed me when he was called into that. I mean, he was so much better than the.
And do you know his level of professionalism, man? Let me tell you, he's a kind of low-key kind of person, but he always wants to get a job done.
Exactly.
He's the only player currently giving Blasters a hat trick. A midfielder. You know,
quick one.
So I think that very quick. Atletico Madrid versus Marcel. Let's see how things unfold. I think Marcel has done a lot of investment into their teams, into the team, and I was watching the last weekend, and they were playing wonderful football. So I think that the 2 times Atletico Madrid coming as a 2 times winners of the CAF 2010, they were able to win 2010, and also let's not forget that Marcel was the first team to win the UEFA Champions League in 1993. So when the name changed, so we see a team that would come, and it will be a very competitive game. We will see determination against dreamers against achievers. When it comes to the Europa League, we know Atletico Madrid to be the achievers, and Marcel will try to be the dreamers after they were not able to win, I think, on 2 consecutive notes. So we expect a very wonderful final at the Ron Valley. I see a certain Marcel surprising Atletico Madrid. I see myself surprising Atletico Madrid.
All right, let me read a few messages and then we wrap up. Wow, this one is very, very long. I don't think I can read it. This one says, guys, please update me on Liverpool fans. Oh, okay, I don't get what you were saying, but this one says, please, if Arsenal plays first, can they play the Europa League? I'm Solomon from Kontonso Densha.
Sure. Automatic
verification too. I think I have some messages here as well. This one says, thanks for your suggestions. Wish Mo Salah and Liverpool the best in the Champions League final. Felix Doe. Okay, thank you for this message. This one says, Arsenal will bounce back stronger next season. Still the Gunners. Okay, this one says, Chelsea should Champions League. I don't know, but I think you didn't send the message very well. This one says Liverpool all the way. Liverpool 3, Chelsea 1. Okay, you mean Liverpool will score 3 and Chelsea will score 1. Okay, this one says, I think your message wasn't full. Okay, I think our time is almost up. We have a lot of messages coming in, and I don't think, let me read 2 of them. They won't forgive me. This one says, Chelsea cannot beat Newcastle on Sunday. Even if Liverpool lose, Chelsea is going nowhere. As for Champions League, there is Real Madrid Champions League. Everything should understand, please, everyone. Okay, but you said everything. This one says, thanks to you and your panelists. Okay, I think no, he sent another one. This one says, this year's Mo Salah, not Ronaldo. Well, I think our time is up. Thank you guys for joining me today.
But I don't know. We need to do this before. We just have to say a very good wish our mothers a very good
happy I think it's Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to the host of Sports Time on Pan African Television, Eve Edwards, and also.
But this thing is the Mother's Day today or Sunday?
It's on Sunday. It's actually in the week of Mother's Day, so we actually celebrating.
It's so good.
Because I got confused. I want to celebrate.
Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Amma Pratt Danso, Madam here at Pan African Television. Happy birthday, Madam.
Happy Mother's Day to my Madam, Mrs. Dionsta, Eugenia Dionsta, and to my auntie, Sister Falcon, all of you at Takwa. Yes, my family at Takwa. Happy Mother's Day to you in advance. I wish you all the best, and all my mothers, those outside. Okay, say something and then we wrap up.
Happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. You've been superb. We love you, and we're so grateful for how you brought us up till now. And I just want to say this: how we celebrate Mother's Day, when it gets to the Father's Day, we should do the same. I just want to say a happy Father's Day in advance. Maybe it's not now, but then to my grandpa, Mr. Michael Ayi, the father of the former Liberty Professionals coach George Lamte. You know, Mr. Michael Ayi has been a great inspiration. Ali Jara, Asama Jamba for Jan, the king himself, his name is not going to be mentioned, right? You get me? So
I think there is someone says I should shut up saying Real Madrid has the luck. Okay, thank you for that message. Thank you so much for watching today's edition. We'll be back on your screen next week, so stay tuned and keep watching Pan African TV.